Hello. I was just making sure the music sounded good. Hello. Ah! I started talking. Anyways, hello? What the fuck is that? Oh, that's the cat. I kind of forgot. I forgot that I made this cat like super huge. Hold on, where is it? Yeah. This cat is just super big. Yeah, we're playing the same game. Because I love this game to fucking bits. And we're gonna keep playing it until I get all the endings. Because all I want is Sarava. I just want more Sarava. This is it, you made it in. Oh yeah, we made it in the tower. You're still mentally confirming to yourself that you're not full of bullets or actually running from guards right now. When Marcy pulls the rolling cart to the side of the hall and slides its bin from the frame, you crawl out, laser pistol tucked in the pocket of your hoodie. This is probably some serious violation of gun safety, but then again, you're not sure how a laser pistol differs from a regular handgun anyways. Marcy takes out the shotgun strap and straps it to her back, hidden under her coat. As she does so, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, I know I'm alive. She looks up and down the hallway. You follow suit, but you don't see anybody.
Exactly. Why is it so empty in here? This place is huge. They have to have more staff than the 2 trolls outside.
Yeah. Maybe it's some kind of troll holiday? It's a bank holiday, hopefully, so they don't have to work. They could all be out on break. Marcy gives you a look bordering exhaustion and disgust.
Let's talk less. Starting now. We have a console to find.
Sure, but you're not entirely sure where to start looking. None of those doors are labeled, and they look the same. The hallways curve disorientingly. Reading. So you can never tell exactly how far you've come since entering. The distinct feeling of being a rat in a despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. God damn, it just goes back to fucking Butterfly with bullets. Or whatever the fuck the Smashing Pumpkins song is. Bullets in the bullet in butterfly wings. Some bullshit. Re-emerges in your belly. You manage not to say out loud that you have a bad feeling about this, even though you aren't that obvious. But the hallways remain stunningly, bafflingly empty. Marcy stops by the next door and presses her ear to it for a moment. She taps on its control panel a few times to no avail.
Damn. Cover for me.
Sure, okay. You hover hand the pistol in your pocket and watch the halls, managing not to shake apart completely while Marcy tries to gain access.
These panels are cheaply made. The wires rub up against the frame and corrode.
How does she know so much weird stuff anyways? You know what she said? You know what she said? But you think you need to make some small conversation or you might explode in nervous confetti.
How do you know so many people? What should I expect from this Ardata woman?
Wasn't she an officer on your base?
She's not my officer, just an officer. I've never seen her before. Clearly, she's in some weird division of the Empire if this is her building.
What to expect from her? Well, she's not everything she seems. Marcy bumps the edge of her fist against the security panel a few times, trying 2 or 3 different places and angles.
Oh yeah? How so?
It's hard to say. You do your best to describe her. Maybe unstable in a word.
That's great. Just what we need.
It's not all so bad. Her whole sadistic high blood shtick is a farce. She has no actual passion for it. Hey, who's to say that it might not work in our favor? Maybe she won't be able to bring herself to care that we're here. She might let us go.
I wouldn't bet on it. There. Got it.
The door pops open. You and Marcy quickly slip inside. But as you turn to walk in the room, you bump into her legs. Marcy has planted herself firmly by the entrance. Oh, fuck. Ah, yes. Not into murder. Not into torture. Ardata is not into murder and torture. You move around to see what stopped her, and oh, this is grim. You get what Sarava meant now. You try not to feel any fainter than you already do. You tell yourself you've definitely seen worse, and you have, but that isn't gonna help what you were expecting. Marcy focuses with you with a narrowed, critical look, but she looks as drained as you feel.
This is your friend.
Not exactly. She wasn't, well, she was like this before, just not as funded, maybe. Not as well funded, maybe. At least there's nobody trapped in these cages this time.
How do you make friends with someone like that?
Well, it was more like you were hungry and she offered food and then trapped you in her house and had sort of a mental breakdown in front of you after a bunch of terrible stuff happened. Physically, to your skeleton. At saying so, Marcy's expression shifts, but you still suspect she doesn't want to hear about it. She just turns away and starts looking for another door. Works for you. This is clearly no place to hang around. You help her start examining around the room. Maybe there's some sort of adjacent processing block. You don't want to think about the details too hard. Anywhere with a computer console will do. After prodding around some of the more gruesome implements for a while, careful not to touch anything too bloodied. Do they never ever clean their implements on this goddamn planet? One hinges off the wall strangely. A rough, heavy sound comes from the far wall, and a hidden door swings open. You and Marcy look at it with suspicion, mostly. Good to be on the same page. This has danger written all over it.
Obviously. But there's no point in playing it safe now.
That seems possibly untrue.
Then stay out here and wait.
If you have an argument, there's no time to give it. She headed into the room, and short of grabbing her, you doubt you could stop her. You reluctantly make your way inside. It's just a box. In the adjacent room is a hollow concrete box with minimal furnishings. You have just enough time to recognize the terrible shrinking feeling in your gut when the door slams shut behind you. Moments later, a horrible, familiar, pleading laughter echoes around the room from speakers unseen. This is a trap! You've been set up!
Damn it. They knew we were coming.
QuickTime events! QuickTime events. A whirring noise comes from one of the wall panels besides you. Think fast! That way. Oh. What? Oh. You're too slow.
Don't stop moving.
Close. Too close. Quick, you gotta find a way out of here. That way. Yeah, it's another one. Too close. There's a wall. The two of you can explain it that way. You turn to tell Marcy, and the two of you race towards freedom. That way. You made it. Barely. The two of you reach the wall. Marcy grabs the gate and yanks.
Now!
And yeah. Words. She already lifted you up to the lip of the vent before you can make another decision. You scramble as quick as you can into with a small space, turning around to grab Marcy's hands and pull her up. In your relief, her hand claps around your tiny wrists, and you heave her to safety with all your meager might. You press to the edge so she could scoot past, gaining a much-desired distance from the room of death traps. In doing so, she leaves a vivid maroon stripe behind her. Your breath seizes up. Ah! This is different. I got scared by the hyper-realistic art. Marcy flickers a lighter to life. Flicks a lighter to life. Illuminating the confined space you're now in with a soft yellow glow. You look down to see if you could see how badly she's injured.
I'm okay. It's not that deep.
You know if she's trying to... You don't know who she's trying to convince. When she pulls her hand away, there's an ugly red smile carved into her left hip. It looks bad. Not lethal, maybe, but painful, and definitely not something that could be left untreated.
My bag. The gauze.
Right! Your brain starts to work again! That's a screenshot. Your brain starts to work again. You help to get it out for her while she sheds her jacket. She wets some with antiseptic and carefully cleans the wound.
Fuck!
Yep, will she be okay? Has it hit anything vital?
I'm fine. I can stitch it up in a minute. I just need...
She trails off, her gaze floating into the distance. The adrenaline and shock are starting to fade from your mind, and you can think clearly, rushing in to take their place in... Anger? Yes, actually. You're angry! What the hell is she thinking?
What?
You get this is for You get this is for follicle? You want to help too. But that doesn't mean she gets to be stupid. She can't just take dumb risks like that. She's been throwing herself at every danger, pushing herself to limits. Why? Why is she acting like it doesn't matter what happens to her?
Stop telling me what to do.
Her eyes are red. Her voice loud enough to ring in your tiny mental resting place. But you don't feel in danger. Not from this poor troll. Heavy. A poor troll heaving for breath in front of you. The pain is making her sweat. And that's when you see it. The scars from other fights or close calls, scattered along her arm and shoulder.
Every day is like this for me. I am such a hypocrite. I was living just like Sarava, doing what I liked, getting by, surviving. I know what I am. I know I don't have much time, but my time is all I have. Why can't I use it to help someone? Why can't I?
Her head is bowed. That's how the word is pronounced. Her head is bowed, but teardrops are staining the fabrics over her lap. You don't speak. You think she needs a moment to compose herself. Wordlessly, she fishes back into the emergency bag for something. Painkillers? She chews two, and follows them with a little bit of water from her canteen. Excuse me. You wait until both of your breathing settles down and she seems to be more comfortable. Wow! We jumped into something. You tell her she's wrong. She can help people, but she can't do it alone.
Who can I trust?
Me!
Even the other Rustbloods. They have to look out for themselves. That's how it is.
You could trust me!
Maybe it would be easy to resist if it wasn't a choice between life or death. I never blamed them, but it seems so impossible.
And yet she's tried anyway. You take her wrist with your little hand. That's special. Too special to die in here. You're gonna make sure she gets out no matter what.
Why are you here? Why does any of this even matter to you? It's not your problem. Not even your planet. Don't you have your own issues back home?
Back home? You guess she's right. As much as your memories from Earth are really of home. Things aren't always great there either. You get what she means about things feeling impossible, but here on Alternia is different. You've been put here for narrative reasons. Fucker. You fucker. That alone makes it feel like you can make a difference. Subvert this callous and awful empire.
It only feels that way because you haven't lived in it every day of your life. But I guess I don't know what it's like where you're from either.
Her energy wanes. She's not dying, but she's in no state to move right now. She needs a while to recover and patch herself up. You've decided you're going to find a way out, or to get the data yourself, so you can come back and help her escape. You'll be as quick as you can, and come back to get her. You promise.
You don't have to do this. Any of it. You could leave and get yourself out of here.
You know that. But you've already made up your mind to stay and see this through. It's what friends do.
You're such a weirdo.
You and Marcy form a clasping handshake, gripping each other's wrists. You leave her with the emergency bag, taking only your little pistol by Mother. As you prepare to journey down further into the ventilation system.
Wait. I might have to move once I can. I'll try to find you. Get back to the vents if you find anything.
Roger. You give her a little salute, which she mimics weakly. It takes a lot to make yourself leave. Your heart pangs at you to stay, not wanting to leave her wounded and by herself. But right now, you're sitting ducks. The best thing you can do for her is try to make sure this isn't all for nothing. With that in mind, you carry forward. Using your palm husk as a flashlight, pretty soon you can't even hear her breathing behind you. You climb through the vents for what, I swear, if Marcy fucking tweeted. Okay, it's Sarava. I love Sarava. You climb through the vents for what feels like ages, climbing ladders and falling down more than a few sudden drops. It takes you a surprising time to find another exit, and it lands you back in the hallway identical to the first. There's another? Who? Sarava! Oh. Who is Groovy Acerbic? Is that, Oh, I think I know. I think I know. You have no way of knowing what floor you're on, or where to go from here. As you're trying to decide your next move, footsteps approach from behind you. You whirl around, considering the weapon in your pocket, but you can't bring yourself to ready the firearm, and before long, it's too late. The figure rounds the corner.
There you are. It looks like I finally found you.
Fucking Ardana. Look at this bitch! You back up a couple steps, your hands up, a swallow pulse. A swallow pulse? A swallow pulses down your throat. Goddamn. Fucking spiders!
Yes, it's been a long time. Do you remember? It's me, Ardata Carmia, your friend.
You scare
Well,
me. It's me!
waiting.
Wait, is that the hidden? Wait. That is! It's her, Ardana Carmia, your friend! That's the hidden? What do you mean? What's the other option? I guess that one you just get always? I'm so confused.
Don't you have something to say? We haven't seen each other in sweeps and sweeps. Not since you left. I
My
can't
bad.
imagine what you must be thinking. Of course, that isn't a problem for me. I don't have to.
Oh, no,
Read
that's
mine.
right. Fuck! She can read mine!
So you do remember. What a relief to see your pitiful think pan hasn't completely buckled under all of the excitement. I was a little worried you might be brain dead.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I've been expecting you. You might like to know your delay has been very disappointing to me.
What do you mean you've been expecting me? Oh, wait.
Come along. We have so much to discuss.
Wait. I think the reason why I got it is because I saw her. Fuck. I think I know why this is happening. It's because in chapter 3, if you go with Skyla to the tower, Ardada's there. And you talk to Ardada. That's probably why this is happening as such. She turns to walk down the hall. This is your chance, isn't it? You fuck. Why are you thinking? Nah, let's follow her. Right, this was the plan. You occupy Ardada to buy Marcy some time. You also admit to a hint of cautious curiosity towards your non-lethal reception. Just a hint. You're not stupid, just. Well, let's not rule out the possibility of you being a little stupid. Just for honesty's sake. The point is you plan to stay on your toes. You fall in step behind her, trying to clear your mind. This is your chance to do what you do best, whatever that is. Exactly. Time to find out. Ardada leads you to a dark, moody room washed in a distinctively on-brand cerulean light. It's a large space with a variety of equipment and personal effects. This seems like the heart of her operations. You try to smother the thought, but it surfaces. There are so many computers here. One of them is bound to have the clearance to view the past outgoing communications from the training satellite. If you could just get to one, that's it. Mission accomplished. Ardada gracefully sets herself down on one of 2 chairs next to a small table, beckoning you to the other. At either seat, 2 covered plates and a set of cutlery await. You're not particularly hungry, but perhaps your nerves are spoiling your appetite.
Go on. I won't bite.
I don't believe you. You have fucking fangs.
Not you, anyway.
You better not bite Marcy. Or Sarava. Right. This is just a nice brunch catch-up between old friends. Nothing to worry about. Sure, you believe that 100%. You sit down in your little seat, eyeing the table setting before you, wary of staying inactive too long for her liking. You take the napkin to lay over your tiny little lap, because you have stick legs, you have stick arms, you have stick fingers. Remembering her fondness for table manners, a little smile crawls onto the corner of her lip. Encouraged but wary. You dare to reach for the clock. Hold.
Cloche.
Cloche's decorative handle.
No! How dare you? You will not be lifting that platter dough. What kind of miserable wretch do you imagine yourself to be? To spit on my hospitality like that.
Is she just gonna pull out Marcy? Ardata rings a small silver bell on the table.
Watson, our guest has arrived.
Watson? An olive blood troll emerges from the door in the back of the room, dressed in slacks and a white shirt beneath a black vest. Watson wordlessly comes to your table, lifting the covers off each plate. An aroma like freshly seared steak hits your nose. An appearance of freshly seared steak also hits your eyes. When you look down at brunch, it brings back memories. One of your memories of all time, for sure. Watson lays Ardata's napkin across her lap before bowing and excusing himself out the same door in the back of the room. You're waiting for the other Saunterpod casing to drop. When she takes up her own fork and knife to eat. Only then do you think to do the same. You don't want to cause more offense than you already have.
Of course not. That is so very like you to be so considerate.
You sound so sarcastic, and I can't tell if you're being truth or not. Yes, of course. Consideration is your middle name. MS Paint Consideration Adventure Reader. MSPCARP. Roleplay. There's a little joke you would like to make where you privy that sort of extra textual intel.
Enough. I will inform you when our conversation requires your characteristic frivolity. How is your food? Are you enjoying it?
It's then you realize that your arms are moving on their own now. Sawing the meat into manageable bites, lifting it to your mouth. Even your chewing is automatic. It's disconcerting, to put it lightly. You realize now she's allowed you to keep your gun. You guess it's no threat to her if you can't use your own arms to fire it, no matter the reason. With your mouth full, the best you can do to answer her question is to think. Objectively, it's good food. Probably one of the better things you've had the fortune to eat in a while. If you had a choice, you might have eaten it anyway.
I am so glad. I remembered, of course, our first meeting. I want you to understand the impression you've made. That
I'm gonna
fateful
die.
meal changed the very direction of my life.
How so? You scare me, Ardata.
Consider this an apology for all the unpleasantness, if you feel you require one.
That's a surprise. You guess a good one? You're about a third through your steak now.
You must have so many questions. What has happened to your good friend Ardata in your absence? How she feels about being abandoned?
I am now tempted to replay through a Hive Swap friend sim because I do not remember any of these fucking characters.
By you, her only friend.
It wasn't on purpose. What the fuck? Oh. Way to go. You hit your daily step goal. Yeah, I work at the post office. Of course I'm getting 10,000 steps a day.
You must be wondering what nefarious plans I have in store. What vengeance I must be waiting to grow ripe before it is extracted into the blood gutter of an insatiable tick thief.
You absolutely horrify me.
I will permit you to speak your inquiry. Go on.
True to her word, volition returns to your vocals. But you hesitate. What should you ask first? What item is of utmost importance right now? How have you been? A new look comes over her face. She looks wistful, or perhaps even tired.
Imagine the heartbreak of a young troll to make her very first friend, only for them to disappear. I wondered to myself, what had happened? Did you so regret meeting me? I hated you more than you can ever know. But perhaps I have you to thank.
Trixie. Buy my fucking album already. I feel like that's not Trixie typing. It's definitely him. It's definitely this bitch.
For the first time in my life, my content was motivated. It was like I had a spark, that taste of something, the potential of it.
Whoops!
It made me hungry. It made me cruel. Your replacements. To me, they all had your face. Your blood. Ah, yes, that face you're making right now. That's the face from my dream. I got over it, of course. Realized how silly I was being.
Sure you did!
Hard-blood, like myself, driven to obsession over the friendship of a single alien. How pathetic. How truly pathetic.
You're still not over it. You're still not over it, you fucking whore.
Bitterness and desperation are hardly attractive. I learned this and many other things, clinging to my dreams of one day becoming someone's true friend. But do you know what is attractive? What no troll can bring themselves to resist?
You don't. You don't want to guess either. The one guess you will make is that you won't have a choice. Her lips split into a generous grin.
Good story.
I am utterly confused by this woman troll spider ass.
That's right. My brand reached new heights of sweet sadism in your bitter wake. But it was the vulnerability that drew in the viewers, I believe.
So she's an AO3 writer. She writes fanfics on AO3.
Everyone could see it now. The cracks in my heart. Everyone was watching with bated breath for the great Ardata to break. But I never did.
I imagine at this point she booped your nose.
In fact, they're still watching. Not just the Wiggler's planet side, but the highest seats in the Alternian military. They were so fond of my inspired content that, upon conscription, I was immediately promoted directly to head of the propaganda division.
Propaganda division?
Yes, they were so impressed by my stylish bloodthirst and eye for the infliction of suffering. They even built me this shitty, hideous tower. So that I could run my show forever.
That sounds horrible.
Isn't it funny? After that one thing kept me going for so long, the fragile hope of leaving my horrific circumstances behind me.
Hey! I think this is time for me to pitch the place I've been pitching to everybody.
Nothing has changed for me at all.
Oh, do I have a
Sure.
place for you?
Yeah. You must see the hilarity in my situation. It's written plain as the fangs on my face.
Your face warps into a smile, and your chest heaves with laughter along with her until tears prick the corner of your eyes. For every available reason, you feel pretty horrible. You're not being miserly with the regret tonight. We don't feel the need.
But enough. There must have been other things you wanted to ask.
Watson?
Yes, that is his name.
Just Watson?
Yes, his name is just Watson.
But that, like, oh, I know, that is actually, that fits into the, Alternian 6-6 names. Just Watson.
Just Watson.
Just Watson.
Yes, just Watson. Are you satisfied? Are you really so simple as to be awed by the great our daughter maintaining a functional understanding of her acquaintances?
Yes. In a way that borders genuine, yes, oddly, acquaintance? Does he, like, work here? Or is this one of those less voluntary situations like before?
I see. You must take me for a bore. The heartless wiggler of your memories. I can hardly blame you, considering you vanished for ages.
Okay, listen, it was not my idea to literally disappear for, like, what, 2 sweeps? That's like 4 years? 6? 5 years? Yeah, that wasn't my intention. I will admit. It was a shitty thing to do. I didn't actually know where I was either. But I have a place where you can do whatever the fuck you want. Because it sounds like we're kind of on the same page here. Her grip on her fork is tight enough to shake. You shake a little too.
You haven't seen the progress I've made. In fact, I've barely even tortured him.
Ah! Progress towards what exactly? Don't laugh 3 times. God damn you with laughing 3. Oh, okay, one more laughter. Great, let's drop Watson from the subject for now.
But enough. There must have been other things you wanted to ask.
Nefarious plans. Let's go with that.
What I have planned for you. Oh, I think you will be delightfully surprised. Yes, I'm imagining the surprise on your face right now. It is quite delicious. I have waited for this moment for some time. Are you ready to be surprised?
You guess?
Shush! You are ruining it.
Sorry.
I forgive you.
Huh? You wait a little, then a little longer. Then you figure that this is probably too much waiting. So, what's the surprise? Here comes the third laugh.
How funny! You
Motherfucker!
don't get it!
Her deranged cackling continues for a few moments more. You begin to sweat beneath your hoodie while you wait for her laughter to die. And then the echoes as they bounce across the dramatic vaulted ceilings. What?
Nothing! My vengeance is nothing. I forgive you. There, you are all caught up. The time for your questions is now done. Now, I believe it is my turn. You've seen my tower, my new home, what I've made of myself. Tell me, after all this time, do Do you still want to be my friend?
Yeah. As you're about to speak, your throat and jaw seize, silencing you. Oh, I said that wrong. Silencing you. Ardata is fixing you with a sharp look that glows out of her 3 yellow eyes. It would be paralyzing even without the aid of her powers.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not! She releases you. You sit stunned for a moment before you realize she's still awaiting your answer. Yes! You remember what you said to Marcy. You were here? You were put here for a reason. What was that reason again? Yes. You tell Ardata, yes, you would like very much to still be her friend. If that is at all possible. She doesn't miss the qualification you tell her. But the corner of her mouth does twitch. It's less joy or satisfaction that crosses her face than perhaps relief?
Let's not make a fuss of things. All I required from you was honesty. Oh, dear me, what an inconsiderate host I've been. I haven't offered you a drink with your dinner. Yes, no longer will you underestimate little Ardata. You will now see my highly developed friendship skills in action. Allow me to demonstrate by pouring you some wine.
Sorry, I'm non-alcoholic. Do you have non-alcoholic wine, like sparkling water, even though sparkling water sucks? My daughter reaches into a cart besides the table and pulls out a wine bottle and 2 little silver goblets. She pours one for each of you and places yours on the top left of your plate. Well, if she wanted to kill you, she would have probably done it already. Or will do it later. Whichever, you lift the goblet to sip at a polite amount, which this is not like any wine you've tasted. You're a little suspicious about the contents, but it's fine, you guess. Ardata seems pleased. She grins over the gloved hand her chin rests on.
To friendship.
Ah,
Now,
fuck.
finish your meal, please. Watson worked very hard on it.
You do your best to oblige her. Your arms are your own, and only about half the dish remains, so it's not necessarily difficult. The only struggle is keeping your mind on a tight leash as it aches to gnaw at the thought of your burgundy friend. The wine is not terribly helpful in this regard.
For fuck's sake. This is sad, really. I apologize. How very inconsiderate of me as your friend not to remember you're a bit of a moron. I obviously know all about her. And that rebel friend of yours down in our basement. Did you realize that already?
Shit! What do you mean? Your guts wrench. Sarava? She knows the Empire knows about Sarava?
Is that their name? I can hardly be bothered to remember somebody so pathetic.
Hey, you keep your mouth shut, bitch.
Of course we know about them. How do you think we knew to expect you? In fact, Sarava has been quite helpful in staging intel to the rebels. We've uncovered quite a few squeak beasts' nests thanks to them.
Ardata punctuates the statement by stabbing her fork into the last piece of her steak. You flinch.
And in this case, they just handed us a prime suspect in the latest crime against the Empire. It's quite funny. If only they knew what big fans they had in the AIS.
Sarava. You can't imagine what this knowledge would do to them. That they were being used this whole time. And Marcy, you led her right into a trap.
I can sense you are worried about your friend. No need. In fact, she's doing quite well. Would you like to see for yourself?
This feels like a rhetorical question. In a few moments it proves to be as Ardata lifts her wine glass in a graceful arc.
Come, let's have some entertainment with us.
No!
The show is about to start.
Oh my god, you're a whore. Ardata takes a little remote from the pockets of her robe and pushes a button. Instantly, the screens to your left flash from their idle designs to shots from around the facility. You spot telltale drops of blood dotting the hallways, and even with the color washed out, somehow you know it's maroon. Isn't maroon spelled with an E? Or is that just Maroon 5? Nope, nope, okay, I'm just stupid. Suddenly, you see her. Marcy darts down the view of one of the cameras, ducking into the alcove of a doorway. She's clutching her bloodied side, darting her gaze around in panic. Your stomach lurches. Ardata watches, perfectly still. She spies a narrow ledge of decorative wall running around the edges of her hiding place. Behind her, a guard approaches with his assault rifle drawn as she jumps to grab the lip, straining to pull herself up into the corner with her back to the wall. As he rounds into the alcove, she catches him by surprise, landing and pinning him to the ground. His gun goes scattering away. You fail to restrain a whooping cheer. Yes, go Varsity! She quickly slings the shotgun forward from her back. Shotgun fire. His head becomes a dark, splattered shape. Your whoop staggers a little. Ardata folds a hand politely to her chin.
Oh no, Jeffrey.
You're transfixed on the image of Marcy standing over the dead guard when the screen shut off. Your attention turned back to Ardata, the remote still in her hand.
She's immune to my psychic powers. I wonder if she knows. Did your friend even think to warn her? Did you?
Guilt. Familiar racking guilt. How is it possible to forget so many important things in so little time? What will it take for you to learn? If you only had remembered to message Ardata.
Your petty regret is meaningless. The Empire is more powerful than any of you or your little friends, whoever they are, have possibly imagined. They are always watching, always a few steps ahead. So you see, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. They all would have died anyway, in service to her imperial condescension. You will be relieved to know they never even had a chance.
You have to tell Sarava the truth. You have to make up for being so naive.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Sirova is alive for as long as they're useful. When that usefulness runs out, well... I shouldn't have to tell you.
Can we just get Ardata
As
to
for
leave?
Marsty, she wants to kill me so badly I can almost taste it. You will help me, of course, because we are such good friends.
Help? Marcy is your friend too. Your brain struggles to find a way to get you and her out of the situation. Ardata notices.
I can understand her. Perhaps I can even spare a little sympathy for one of my most popular characters. The audience is thrilled with her. But I'm not about to die. Not just as I've found my spark again. It's decided. You'll help me with Marsty when the time comes. We should have a few more hours before she gets to the top floor. I mean, if she makes it through the Crushers.
The Crushers? Oh god, you do not want to know what the Crushers are. Your imagination is already providing you with plenty of nightmares as it is. You shove down your panic. You have to keep your cool. There's nothing you can do for Sarava right now. If you're lucky and resourceful, maybe you'll find a way to take care of that in the future. For now, your options are limited. You're sticking with the plan. Maybe there's still a way out of this. You need to believe that. For their sake. More than that, you need to try.
How sentimental.
You're a whore. In contrast to our megalomania. Hold on. Hold hold the phone. Oh, which one is it on? Is it this one? Yes. Yes. I'm just gonna lower this a bit. In contrast to her earlier megalomania, right now Ardata seems dull and lethargic. She scrapes a fork in circles around her empty plate. The arena stickball is, apparently, in your court. Okay, that's enough. That was perfectly timed. I don't know how I did that. But also, it's funny. It's honestly really funny. Because Megalovania in Homestuck is the theme for Vriska, who is also a Cerulean Blood. I think all Cerulean Bloods are megalomaniacs. I think that just comes with the cast. In contrast to her oh, I already read it. Can she do you a favor? Oh no!
No one knows you're here. Not officially.
But isn't, like, Trezza said I'm good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have Chixie's private! I forgot I'm on Chixie's private! But what happened at the training base? More than a couple people saw you. You find it a little hard to believe that nobody suspects you were involved?
Why would they? The idea that a single alien caused all of that mess? It's laughable. Practically an offense to her condescension's might. Nobody will mind a creature as insignificant as you. Everyone knows it was some olive blood trying to save her Lussus and her little bronze friend.
You wanna call Skyla little? But alright, you packaged this information away into the possibly useful category. That reminds you. What happened to Ardata's Lucis?
Dead.
A very genuine smile is on her face. You shiver a little. Can you do me a favor? Ardata's face lights with curiosity. She lifts from her slump against the table.
Of course. I am so magnanimous after all. It's practically written on my ascension papers.
You're a whore.
That's a joke. If you need it explained to you, what did you want?
You don't have to explain jokes to me. Well, this is a risk, but one worth taking, you hope. You ask, is it possible for Ardata could help Marcy? Would it be so hard for someone like her to overlook one single Rustblood just this one time? She understands she has to make it look a certain way for cameras, but maybe you could stage it? Some Trollywood magic or something?
Fix it in post.
Sure! You don't know the details. You're just trying to help another friend. She understands, right?
And is your friend Marcy an actor? A high-blood sympathizer? Would
Let's
she
go with
spare
that.
me in turn? I think not.
Ardata hangs in thought, her gaze drifting to a corner of the room.
If you had asked me days ago, I would have considered it, despite how utterly nonsensical the idea is. The truth is, I'm so tired. Maybe I would have taken that risk. But now...
You're confused. What happened days ago? Arata gives you a sideward glance of her doubled eye.
You can't possibly understand the pressures I'm under. The expectations of my superiors, my audience. It's really quite the fucking pain.
The crown is heavy.
Yes, sure, whatever pithy summary you like. Come now, I have work to do. Some of us have important responsibilities.
Sure, you're a little squeamish at the idea of seeing what Ardata's job considers work. But you think you might be getting a little braver over the course of these adventures, or a little jaded?
Nothing so ghastly. Honestly, you have such a wild imagination. You might even be a good replacement for me.
Bruh!
When
You had a
oinkists
murder
fly, of
dungeon!
course.
You had a murder dungeon in your own fucking hive, and now the Empire built you a whole fucking Tower of London torture chamber. Shut the fuck up.
I have to submit a new flyer for the next Ascension Day. This will only take a moment. Join me in my office.
Ardata leads you to her computer. This one would have to have the clearance Marcy was talking about. This is where she takes Zoom calls with the fucking condescension. The condens. You should probably not have thought that with such you probably shouldn't have thought that with such enthusiasm. But if Ardata is bothered, she doesn't seem to react. She merely sits down and opens an image editing program before pausing to give a heavy yawn. Oh my god! Another thought occurs to you. Hey, why not test your theory?
What? I see. You want to try? How funny. I can only imagine what sort of poster a weird little freak like you would come up with.
Yes, I love this!
Actually, I've decided I would very much like to see this. Very well. Have at it.
Alright, you crack your knuckles and settle down to work. Yay. I like that one. Why are these here? How do I add? Oh, it's right here. Ah, Jesus Christ. That's too small to read. Why now?
If you keep that up, I might have to reconsider letting you off so easily.
Fuck!
Excuse me.
How about this one? did a free fucking move. Ah! What is this? There we go. Right. There we go.
Really?
Save it.
That's what you're going to show me.
Yes, Ardata laughs.
Interesting.
She says it in a way that suggests it is not, in fact, interesting.
Never mind. If you're done, then let me know so that we can save this.
No, I could do better.
That isn't for you.
Fuck! Why are you watching? Let me put one of the Armada ships in the background. Wait, no. No! Damn it!
Really? That?
Just a
Interesting.
blank. Just blank.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're good.
Very well then. We only need to save this
It's just
and...
blank. Try to get a moment to thumb through the files on this machine, but to your chagrin, Ardata seems very, very invested in what you're doing. She's really keyed in on your techniques, though she remained eerily silent through the whole process. But before long, you're just done. You realize you're not getting the chance to hop you hoped for, and you don't think it makes any more sense to stall. Admittedly, you've gotten kind of sucked into the process yourself. Perhaps graphic design is your passion. It was. Oh, I know it's saved. Thank you. It's funny. Triza is promoting Tab Soda. Three? Genuine, full-bodied laughter racks her frame. You're a little startled to see her lose all composure. It's a minute before she finally straightens, wiping tears from her 3 eyes.
It's too rich. It's just too much. What you've done here today.
It's really funny.
This mockery you've made of this entire farcical display.
Yeah!
This truly represents Her Majesty's Empire.
I literally cannot tell if you're being sarcastic or not. She just posted it! Oh no, was that such a good idea?
Please, no one really gives a shit about these. I'll claim I was hacked if I must. Oh, that was the most fun I've had in...
She remembers herself, recomposes slightly, wiping her eyes again, and makes a face of
Ugh,
disgust.
look at me. I've ruined my eyeliner right before my close-up.
Without saying more, she gets up and moves across the room to the vanity. You hop down of her computer chair and follow her with your little stick legs, while she seats herself on the fancy ottoman. Ardata wipes her makeup off her eyes and starts reapplying it. Ugh. You can't imagine trying to get that wing right on 3 eyes every single day.
You're telling me.
You watch as she powders cerulean along each lid, then dips her small brush into the pot of liquid eyeliner and carefully swipes in a new wing. It's such a mundane little thing. You almost relax before the guilt finds you. You hate how little you actually sense danger from her. In this moment, you're probably just being, well, you, a sucker for friendship. Then again, who else are you gonna be? You are you. And right now, thanks to that, there's only one bargaining chip you have to play. Plus, it's surprisingly easy to rationalize. Helping her might be the best way for helping Sarava and Marcy.
What are you thinking about now? How would someone like you help me?
You've mentioned that you hate everything. You tell Ardata the truth. There is a way out of this job. Things could still change for her.
You're not lying. You really believe that?
Yes, there is a thing called Earth 2.
Sometimes you're so stupid it makes me want to cry.
You're getting a little frustrated. What else is her plan? Staying here forever, keeping an alien friend hanging around for funsies?
How foolish of me. You're correct, of course. I'll quit right after curing space tetanus and building an orphanage for dead wigglers.
Hardy har har.
When you're done laughing at my exceptional comedy, explain to me what you mean. I love hearing interminable nonsense from idiots.
You explained to Ardata that. I'm doing salvation. You could get her out of here. You have these powers. Inconsistent, strange, unknowable powers, but sure. Sure, but you're confident if she can hang on for a little while, you could get her off this planet entirely. Hell, off this entire reality. Somewhere the Empire and her superiors couldn't even comprehend, let alone find. She is able to just go. Leave it all behind forever. Like it was all a bad dream.
Are you serious?
Yes, this isn't a joke. It can happen right away, but it can happen if she trusts you. You're made a little nervous by the look she gives you. It's pure desperation.
Please.
She lurches forward, grabbing the front of your hoodie in both hands. Your little body jostles in her grip.
Please promise you aren't lying to me. Please, get me out of this hell. I can't take it here anymore. Not even one more night.
Alright, you promise. Ardata releases you. That desperate look lingers for moments longer until her posture relaxes. That straightens. The frantic woman you saw sinks back under the cool surface of Ardata's practiced charade. As if sensing her calm, a loud beeping comes from somewhere in this room. Ardata lifts her eyes to the ceiling.
I suppose it's that time. Stay here. I'll return momentarily.
She stands from the ottoman and turns to go, but hesitates a few steps towards the door.
Thank you for today. It was nice while it lasted.
What? No! You whore. Well, that was ominous. You wait to make sure she's gone before you realize. The computer! You rush back and hop into the office chair, spinning accidentally before you stop yourself with your foot. You grab the mouse and wiggle it with all your mustard. Drat! Password protected. It must lock automatically. You rack your brain for a moment, but there's no time. It isn't worth the risk. Not when you still have to find Marcy. You reluctantly tear yourself from the PC and rush to the nearest exit, landing you back in the halls. Shit! You gotta be careful this time not to get lost. You look around for any sign of Marcy. You rush to formulate a plan. What's the fastest way for you two to the two of you to get out of here? You're looking for stairs, an elevator, anything. You stop as a clanging noise comes from somewhere above you. When you look, you see another air vent grate near the ceiling shake and buckle. Before being launched off the wall by an by an impact from a rust-soled infantry boot. She slings herself down at the vent, blood seeping out of her stitches underneath her tank. A few new bruises and scrapes cover her arms and chin, and she still has the shotgun slung around her back. It's Marcy. You immediately lunge forward to wrap your little arms around where you can reach, which, in case, is about level with her hips. She made it! You were so
I'm
worried.
harder to kill than that. Come on. We shouldn't stay here.
You agree. You two have got to get out of here as soon as possible. You'll help her find an exit.
No, I'm not leaving without those coordinates.
You get it, but it's far too dangerous. You explain you were just in Ardada's office, and you saw enough to know you shouldn't have even let her come here. The two of you need to get out now.
Her office. Take me there.
No, you were just saying...
I know. But I've come too far to give up now.
Marcy! You're headstrong and... Headstrong, I'll take you on. Headstrong, I'll take on anyone. Literally. Headstrong by Trapped is Marcy's fucking theme and ringtone.
Please. I get it. But I'm asking for your help.
You can't refuse. Such a blatant demonstration of character development. You take Marcy's hand, and the two of you rush back to her office. Marcy takes in the surroundings for a moment. It makes you realize how on brand this space really is. It must be leaving an impression. No time for that, though. The two of you two land in front of the computer where you explain to Marcy that the machine is locked by a password. She tries a few things quickly, but to no avail, swearing faintly under her breath.
It's no good. Any idea what the password might be?
No, wait. Actually, it's entirely possible you have an idea. Wait. Is it... just Watson? Damn it! Oh, fuck. Shit, really? Behind you, you hear it. The click-clack approach of heels on the shiny floor.
I see you've brought more friends. How delightful.
Shit! Wait. I bet if I look... It was so far ago! No, okay, it's not what I was thinking. Dang, okay. You spin around and put your hands up. Ardada walks towards the two of you. Marcy acts fast. She grabs a shotgun, slinging it back up and pointing it to Ardada's chest. Ardada stops. There's a moment of panic before she settles with an intense look.
This is your friend.
You tell Ardada to stop. It doesn't have to go like this.
I'm afraid she's made a terrible mistake.
One step, another step, only a foot away from the end of the barrel. Your little body shakes like a leaf, and sweat drips from Marcy's brow.
Don't ever hesitate.
You feel your arms begin to move. You reach... No! Fuck. Panic surges as you feel your little grip settle around the handle. Your finger on the trigger. Marcy watches in horror as you pull it from your hood and raise the gun to your own temple. Oh shit! I just imagine Ardada just like, really? Marcy with a gun, and then you're just literally, it's literally Ardada, Marcy, and then you. This is so funny. This is so funny. Marcy backs away, her eyes darting between the two of you.
Now, let's drop that weapon.
Marcy. The look on her face breaks your heart. Frustration, rage, sorrow, and finally defeat.
Damn it.
Marcy lowers her arms, dropping the shotgun. Her hands come up moments later. Ardata steps forward and slides the weapon away with a sweep of her foot. You're helpless to watch as she backs Marcy towards the restraints in the corner of the room.
If it's any consolation, I feel for you.
Ardata pushes her down into the seat. Marcy allows herself to be strapped in. While you're stuck here holding yourself hostage. This is so funny. This is all going so wrong, made worse by the way Marcy looks at you with regret. This is her fault. That guts you to your core. Ardata pauses to pick up a scalpel from an assortment of diabolical tools on the wall. Your chest seizes up.
I almost wanted to see you win.
The editing, no, it looks so bad.
What a lovely surprise that would have been. I'm sure the audience would have been thrilled.
Audience, you see on the screen that this room is being broadcast. A live chat races by, too fast for you to read. Ardata hovers the scalpel against Marcy's neck. She cranes her head away, gritting her teeth.
Ah, fuck!
You think as loudly as possible, pleading for Ardata to stop. What about what you told her before? There's another way.
You couldn't even beat me. How do you imagine you'd fare against my superiors? How heartbreaking. How truly heartbreaking. You've no idea how much you've let me down. I simply must repay you.
As Ardata brings the scalpel down into Marcy's thigh, your whole body manages to flinch, even through mind control. This is too horrible. It's like a nightmare. You can't. There has to be something you can do.
There's nothing. No one can help you. I'll prove it to you once and for all that your pathetic little revolution is nothing but a pathetic wiggler's dream.
As Ardata lifts the blade, the lights suddenly cut out. You freeze. One by one, monitors come to life along the back wall. It's... Hold on. I pressed and it's our boy. It's our boy. It's our boy, Sarava!
What's up? Can't stop the signal, baby.
You. How sad. You've gone through all the trouble of breaking into my feed just to watch your friend die. You've never accomplished anything in your short, pathetic life, and today you amount to nothing for the last time.
You know what? You're right. I admit it. I've been wasting my time down here. Putting my headphones on and blocking out the world. Shit's sad. My content isn't enough to stop the Empire. Which is why I bugged the alien before they left my hive.
You... Ugh.
That's right. I've been broadcasting from their mic for the past hour. Whole planet heard every last word. You are in so much fucking trouble.
No. You've ruined everything.
Now you have to go in my plan, you whore. The feed cuts again. This time, all the screens turn bright overwhelmingly. Violet. If Ardana looked angry before, terror overcomes her now. She backs away from the screens. A silhouette of a figure you don't recognize flickers into view. Immediately, a sinking feeling hit your stomach. You feel like you've seen this person before, but it's like there's a fog hanging around over that sense of recognition. The council will see you now.
I have to express my disappointment, Captain Carmilla.
Oops.
The Empire had great hopes of you. It will be inconvenient to find your replacement.
Whomst is this sea dweller?
Hi, Imperator.
Silence! You've lost your right to speak. I don't need to hear from dead worms. I've alerted the guards. They will be with you shortly. But don't worry. Talent like yours won't go to waste. We'll plan a grand finale for your show.
The feed cuts. Ardana buckles, winded by the realization of what's happening. You feel her concentration shatter. The hold on your mind releasing in an instant. She turns to the two of you, wild, uncomposed.
I'll punish you.
Oh, quick time events. Oh, fuck. You think fast. This might be your one chance. What can you do to create a distraction? You take the laser pistol and crank it to the highest setting before locking the barrel shut. You pull the trigger until it clicks down into the charging state. Hold it above your head and... throw! Fuck! Oh no! Wait! It's rage, right? That's rage? You return to a familiar void. The same woman as before sits before you. Sylph of Rage! Okay. This time had to be on purpose. What gives? What gives? She and whoever are the ones jerking you around on this weird adventure without any clue what's really going on. Where does she get off? Asking you what gives. Sheesh, okay. Can you and I just talk for a second without this punk? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Huh? You have the right of mind to... Oh, suddenly you don't have the right of mind at all. No. In fact, you feel like you're not talking for a while. You're going to sit there quietly and let this nice lady have her conversation with whoever she's talking to. Sorry about that. Protagonist, am I right? Protagonists, am I right? Always thinking everything is about them. Who is she exactly? Right now? The girl reading this? Or maybe that's a joke. That wasn't a very good answer. My sincerest apologies. Why are you here? Some other option that isn't here. I wanted to see it all. By accident. Oops. Would you like to leave? No, I'm curious. I'm curious! What the fuck is happening? Alright then. My turn. I have a question. Don't you have doubts about all this? More and more of human communication move into monetized environments. Oh wait, wrong one. Monetized, you say? Ah ha ha! Platforms that don't belong to us. They want to sell you what you're missing. I want to tell you that they don't have it, and they never will. There will never be revolutionary content. Messages become medium. Everything here is past hope. We're in the belly of the Ouroboros. Or is that empty pessimism? Isn't it pathetic to ignore our other options? Aren't we supposed to dream? Aren't we determined to change? Maybe you know. Ah! Fuck! Try again. Okay, I have to throw it. Throw. What? Okay. You come to in a moment. The room is dark, besides occasional sparks of severed wires and the small flames licking across the ground. You cough out some dust and heave yourself back to your feet. The first thing you do is race over to Marcy, unbuckling her from her restraints. She seems unharmed, but the explosion unharmed by the explosion, staggering upright and gripping you to your shoulders for support. You give her an apologetic look. She could have been hurt.
Don't. It was a good idea.
As the two of you move from the chair, you spy Ardata dragging herself out from under a collapsed console. She stands and settles with you with a glare as an Alternian hiss boils in her throat. Marcy pushes you aside and lunges. The two collide in a contest of shoves and blows.
Oh, wait!
She's cut off by a solid punch to her jaw, recoiling. Recoiling, you see her dig into her robes for a small black dagger. Marcy barely leans out of the way in time for the blade just to catch her cheek. She puts a hand against the wound, and it comes away maroon. The fight resumes, and you scramble around trying to find the shotgun.
You don't understand what they do to me. The Sea Dwellers. The Subjugulators.
You're afraid of clowns? That's fucking pathetic.
I'm friends with some clowns! You find it, remembering the hostage situation from before. You check your shells. Check the shells. The shotgun's empty. It's been out of ammo this whole time. Marcy was bluffing. You don't know whether to be relieved or increasingly desperate.
The High Bloods would never let me go. They'll come for you too.
Everyone's a high blood to me.
Hey! Ardata makes another swipe that puts a red gash into Marcy's arm. As the dagger connects, she grabs Ardata's wrist, trying to wrench the knife away. They trip on rubble and go down. The fight is quick, messy, ugly, and Marcy is winning. And Marcy is winning! Her eyes are wide and red. The sound of two solid punches ring through the room. She wrenches back her arm for a third. Ardata catches your gaze. She throws out a hand, reaching for you.
Help me! Please!
Marcy picks up the knife from the floor as Ardata grabs at her. The two of them are struggling. Stop! Marcy, stop! Ooh. She does, barely. You see her arms shake in the air as they rip free from Ardata's grip. The dagger hangs, suspended by a mere thread of restraint.
Why? Why shouldn't I? After what she's done?
She doesn't have to die. You won't say it's what she deserves, but she doesn't have to die. You can take Ardata away from here. Make sure she never hurts anyone again. Marcy doesn't have to do this. It's over. The knife stays suspended for a moment, two, before Marcy's posture slumps, her arms falling to her sides. You finally let yourself take a breath. She tosses the knife away. It skitters under some desk somewhere, and the room is quiet except for the crackling of flames and all of you gasping for air. It's done. You lived. You go get Marcy to help her to her feet. She weakly slumps against you, though it's hard for her to put her weight against someone so small. Why are they only now pushing that you're a small little creature? Ardata sits cautiously, spits out a mouthful of blue blood. She gives you a look that says it all. Now what? What does that say? Incongruous?
Incongruous.
I said it right! Holy shit! An incongruous chirping sound comes from your pocket, so take out your palm husk. Sarava is calling you!
Holy shit, I'm so fucking glad you're alive. The signal cut out and I saw an explosion. I'm on my way. Hang tight, okay?
You promised to hang tight. You think you'd agreed to just about anything right now, though? You're still catching up to what just happened. In a few short moments, they come through the doors of the office, taking in the sight of chaos and destruction.
Holy shit.
So, how did you get here so fast?
Stairs. You weren't watching the stream? Marsty killed, like, all the guards.
Okay, fair enough. You help transfer Marsty over to Sarava. They sling one of their arms over their shoulders. They sling one of her arms over their shoulders. Pronouns are confusing me now. Jesus Christ. That's when Sarava notices Odata. They scrutinize her intensely with their one green eye, looking occasionally to you for confirmation. You try to make a face that says, please somehow believe that I have this under control.
Wow, okay. You sure this part of the plan, little dude?
Yes, it's a lot. You know you're asking a huge favor, but you can give them the details later. When we're not standing on the top of an Imperial tower with reinforcements on the way.
You're lucky I love you so goddamn much. Fine, let's, oh, shit.
What's the problem? Don't tell you there's something else you forgot.
I can't leave. Soldiers will be at the foot of the building by the time we get down there.
She's right. We're trapped.
No, you're not.
Is there a ship? The three of you turn to Ardata. She shrinks a little.
You're not. I can help. My helicopter.
She has a fucking helicopter. of course.
Helicopter?
My whirlwind. Upstairs.
It'll do. Come on.
Wait, you got anything you need to do before we go? Because we are, like, never ever coming back here, Lumfell.
Do you? You rack your brain for a moment. What? Oh no! Oh no! I want to do both. I want to do both the coordinates and I want to get Watson. I feel like they're definitely gonna kill Watson. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want to do Watson.
Don't worry about him. He bailed hours ago.
Oh, as long as he has a plan, you'll have to trust in Wash's infamous survivability.
Anything else?
Okay. The computer. You quickly scramble over to the burning remains of the banks of screens, looking for any sign something survived the explosion. Fortunately, there's a small, ruggedized computer console that seems to still be working, still showing Ardata's official fleet photograph on the screen. Ardata watches you go to the computer console. You're lucky she could read minds. It helps her into it. It helps her into it exactly what it is you mean. You watch her type in the password letter by letter. Disgusting. She then navigates to a file that's some sort of elaborate spreadsheet you don't understand and locates Follicle.
There. She was assigned to FLC 01202020. It's docked at the fleet compound outside of Everdeen.
Wait, what kind of weird name for a ship is that? You thought they'd go more for like Exterminator or Rat Burgers.
It hasn't been named yet. The ship is still being prepared for deployment. Honestly, even a Wiggler knows this kind of thing.
You're a bitch.
Sick. Okay, anything else we need here?
Nope. Let's blow this dump. Let's blow this popsicle stand. When you get to the roof, the faintest hints of daylight are threatening the edge of the sky. Time flies when you're under mortal peril. You want to feel relieved, even though you know the Alternian sun will kill you. For the first time since you started your adventures, you're suddenly overcome with a ferocious homesickness for Earth. Soon, you tell yourself. Hopefully soon. Ardata's helicopter waits on the center of a platform. As you approach, Marsty shrugs herself off of Sarava's support and walks away.
Hey, pilot, where you off to?
I can fly it. Just give me a minute.
Okay, don't take too long. We gotta get moving.
Marcy goes to the edge of the platform and sits down. You watch her for a while, then turn to the rest of your friends. Ardata looks like she's in a fog, but she glances between you and Sarava, as if picking up on some sort of psychic channel you're not privy to.
I'll give you two some space.
This just leaves you and Sarava. They have a conflicted door on their face. Is there a problem?
Can't believe it's already gone, you know? Spent a whole sweep in that room, and now I'll never see it again.
He had us bugged, so he heard that Sarava knew that they knew about Sarava. Okay.
And there's no telling if I'll ever be able to get back on those accounts. I'm like a mega fugitive now for sure.
You're sorry about that, you tell them. You know how much it meant to them. Sarava shrugs their shoulders, looks away.
It's fine. It's whatever. Nothing to be done about it. You just gotta move on and accept shit as it is.
Politely, as what must sound to them like insane ramblings. That's fine. You couldn't ask for a better, more tolerant friend to take your strange bullshit in stride.
Let's just go. Maybe if I'm lucky, all the shit that happened today will make sense to me by daybreak.
Yeah, wait. Go where? Without the hideout, aren't we sort of stranded out here?
Got in touch with the rebels and upgraded our status to Calamitous. Turns out we got lucky. There's someone who can swing by and grab us if we head out to the dunes.
Okay. Whew. That's a plan. Somebody else's plan that you don't have to enact or manage yourself. You're just nearly collapse in center relief. You get to leave.
You're telling me. I'm gonna miss my computer.
Aww. Marcy gets up and approaches the helicopter. Sarava gives you a nod and jogs over to check in with her. You wait for Ardata to return to your side.
This is it, I suppose? I'll be handed to the rebels to await my fate, whatever it may be.
Well, you're still planning to keep your promise. You told her she could leave Alternia, and in spite of everything, you're going to keep that promise. I really don't know how to feel about this. Something in your gut twists and turns, but doesn't she deserve a second chance? You see that decision is a bridge you'll cross when you get back to it. But you have the feeling you crossed it a ways back and burned it to the ground in the process.
It feels...
I couldn't imagine this feeling. Feeling? What feeling?
It feels... free.
She says nothing more. You don't really seem to have words either. The two of you head for the chopper. Sarava climbs in, with Ardata following after them. Marcy stays leaning against the slit-open door, her arms folded and her expression stern. She seems a little more focused.
I don't understand. Why her? Do you just not care about any of the people she's killed?
Marcy, you're sorry. You didn't mean to even imply
I'm
that.
asking you because I want you to give me a reason. I'm tired, and I'm in a lot of pain. So make it a good one.
You're taking responsibility. You're saving a friend. Responsibility. You try to explain that with your powers you control people's fates. You know how that sounds, but if you have the option, you can also have the obligation to make things right for all the people you've set on their paths to begin with. You're taking responsibility for your impact on this world, including Ardata, You respect, however, Marcy feels about it. And you would never ask her to approve of it. But this is something you felt you had to do. Because of who you are. You accept the consequences. Marcy looks away, scoffing under her breath. Her eyes are wet.
You're just like all the others. A few hundred dead lowbloods doesn't mean anything to you.
Huh? Did I pick the wrong option?
I can't believe I thought we were friends.
Did I pick the wrong option? Hold the phone. Can I go back? Why didn't I save? Did I save? What the fuck? No, I don't like that. I'm gonna save it there, and I'm loading it from here and skipping. I don't care. The coordinates. Skip. No. Skip. Okay. Now I'm gonna save over this one. You were saving a friend? You were saving a friend. She desperately wanted to live to escape. Even knowing what she's done, you just didn't have it in you to watch her die.
What if her victims had been one of your friends? What about what she did to me? Does that not matter to you?
You're without words. Your stomach sinks. Marcy's eyes harden in your silence.
You're just like all the others.
Fuck
A
you!
few hundred dead...
Okay, I know that fucking this one. You told Marcy she's the one that spared our daughter. If the reason, okay, this is the right one. Hopefully, the one that won't make her mad at me. You tell Marcy she's the one that spared our daughter. That the reasons you've already given aren't enough for her. If the reasons you've already given her aren't enough for her, maybe she shouldn't have listened to you. When what's done is done now, and you won't be a vessel for her regret. She balks for a moment before her eyes harden.
You're just like all the others.
You motherfucker!
A few hundred dead lowbloods doesn't mean anything to you.
You motherfucker! I hate you. Marcy, stop being a bitch. I'm going with the one I liked. Oh wait, shit. Fuck. Okay. Well, we're going with this one.
I can't believe I thought we were friends.
Your spirit drops. As Marcy climbs into the helicopter with a heavy heart, you follow. Sarava sits up next to her pilot's chair. You sit in the back next to her Dada. She sits quietly, forming fists in the fabric of her skirt. The chopper blades pick up speed, and in moments gravity lets you go. The helicopter pad starts to drift into the distance below you, and ahead the desert spreads for miles. Soon, the tower, bunker, and dunes look so small. The morning rakes across them, casting long shadows towards a dying night. Good riddance, you think. You settle in for a long, awkward flight. You sit down somewhere in the desert, a fair distance from the tower. You're not sure exactly where. All the desert is kind of blending together lately. You stumble out of the chopper, still feeling a little bit queasy. Not sure if it's from the flight or the general omnipresent horror, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you really, really need to barf. Bleh.
Damn, you got a lot in you, huh?
It's the steak. That is a surprisingly accurate statement. You nod and wipe your mouth, glancing up at the others. Ardata is standing a little bit away from the others, shifting nervously as if Marcy might decide to change her mind any minute now.
I'm not gonna fucking kill you.
Ardata smiles nervously.
Of course you won't.
What are we out here for anyway?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Remember that I officially endorsed the Beck Rogers.
I got a little friend who can help us out.
Please let it be Malik.
Schedule for a resupply and shit.
And does that and shit include the possibility of their friend getting everyone off this weird rock?
Exactly, little buddy. Timing's gotta be exact. Always ran near dawn, cause less chance of getting spotted.
You glance nervously at the horizon. It is definitely getting brighter. At least you can shelter in the helicopter if you really need to.
Damn. Can't believe I'm finally getting out of here, though. Shit's crazy.
Shit is indeed crazy. You just need to get your powers back. And then you can blaze it all the way back to Earth. 420.
Lamal, you're so fucking weird. I love it.
Sarava sighs and smiles.
Just feels weird to be thinking about it like that, you know?
You're not so sure you know exactly how they feel. But you get this sentiment. They're definitely not the only person who said basically that same thing.
You're doing something good, huh? Salvation.
Sure, let's call it that. Feels weird to call it that, though. Sarava puts their hand on your shoulder and smiles at you.
I gotta go find the higher ground and wait for my friend. You chill here.
Yeah, you think you could do that. You glance at Marcy, who simply shrugs and turns her back. Then you look over at Ardata, who's still shifting nervously in place. All of a sudden, her outfit looks a lot less intimidating and ominous and just more overdone. Like she's trying so hard to be someone she isn't. For the briefest moment, you feel like you could see the wriggler that she might have been once, shaking and nervous with every expectation put on her. Might just be wistful thinking on your part. It's not the first time you've looked at a bug-themed cerulean and thought, I could fix her.
What's your problem exactly? You keep staring at me.
I could fix her. You're just thinking, is all. You still feel weird about this? Like, Ardata just gets to walk away from everything? You look over at Marcy again.
Should have just what exact?
Never mind. She doesn't realize that back on Earth she's not going to do so much murder. Right? Preferably no murder. None is the amount of murder she gets to do. Ardata glares at you and she her shoulders slump.
I feel like I've made my position on all of that clear enough.
Yeah, I guess so. You're still kind of reeling from the whole IKEA, but with a slightly higher chance of killing yourself thing from 4 years ago. Ardata shrugs.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what the fuck? Is she actually apologizing to you? Ardata turns away from you, and you can see the years weighing on her.
I suppose I am.
You tell Ardata that you need to check on Sarava, which is mostly an excuse to get out of this very uncomfortable conversation. She looks at you and actually smiles.
Of course, my friend.
Character development! You walk over to where Sarava is standing, pacing nervously. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just waiting on my contact. He's running late, and...
Sarava gestures towards the sky. Yeah, that's getting a little uncomfortably warm, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I've got a favor to ask you.
Oh, sure. At this point, you feel like they're probably owed a favor or two. Sarava smiles nervously.
Well, when you see my contact, can you not bring up the thing?
Huh? What?
Look, just trust me, okay? You'll know what I mean. And if you don't remember, don't worry about it.
Hey! Hey!
Zobede! Fuck
Oh
yes!
God, I'm so sorry, you two. Things got a little crazy down on the ground. Base is on high alert.
I forget who Zebede is. Holy shit. I completely forgot who Zebede is. I just remember Zebede. I'm trying to think. this is Beekeeper Man! Beekeeper boy! Beekeeper boy! Beekeeper boy! Beekeeper boy! This is Beekeeper boy! I remember.
What happened down there?
Long story. It's so good to see him, though. Oh, but, hey, he's looking really different now. Zebedee smiles at you.
It's been a while. I had to make a few changes.
Yeah, he's dressed like Han Solo now. Zebedee squints and makes a face. We got Obi-Wan and Han Solo.
I have no idea who that is.
Troll Star Wars. There is no... I would love for there to be no Troll Star Wars, no Troll Star Trek. They just don't exist. So there's no Troll Han... There's no Troll Han Solo. There's no Troll Obi-Wan. There's no Troll Anakin. There's no Troll Star Wars. No Troll Star Trek. Only Spaceballs. Only Troll Spaceballs. That's the only one I will allow in this headcanon. Because this is a fan-made game, remember. The only movie I will allow on Alternia is Troll Spaceballs. Because I think the troll version of Spaceballs will be even more stupid than the original movie of Spaceballs. You know what? It's not important. Does he have a ship? Preferably one where the sun isn't starting to shine directly on you.
Oh, of course I do. Let's go.
It's a pod racer. Zebedee leads you down the hill over to a ship, which looks suspiciously similar to the Millennium Falcon. Is he really not doing this on purpose?
I told you, I have no idea who or what any of that is.
Okay, never mind about any of that. Sarava drops into a seat where you swear should have some holographic chess thing in front of it, but it doesn't.
Chess? You have that back on your planet? Is it also one of the most violent sports ever invented?
No! Maybe you think that maybe chess on Alternia is something very different than what you're thinking of. Zebedee shrugs and heads towards the cockpit of the ship. Ardata takes a seat nearby while Marcy tries to find the spot furthest away from her. You prefer not to have to deal with any of this right away, so you follow Zebedee back to the cockpit. Zebedee is already making pre-flight checks when he notices you hanging out in the door of the cockpit.
Hey, good to see you again. Have a seat. You can fly up here with me.
Cool!
Of course! Remember that time we stole a scuttle buggy?
You do remember that. I do remember that. What the fuck? Not your finest moment, but he didn't really do anything. More of an accomplice after the fact. Zebedee ignores you completely.
Well, that got me to thinking. I always did whatever anyone told me. I was always the first one to jump to what the Empire wanted. Even in the media I consumed. Very uncritically, I might add. But then I started poking around on the web. I found all these rebels talking about changing things for the better. So I thought maybe I could feel that thrill I felt as a criminal.
Accomplices after the fact.
And maybe I could help people too. So I got in touch with some people I met online and started going to meetings. And then I found out that the rebels don't have that many pilots, on account of most of them got sent off-world.
You decided to learn to fly. Zebedee nods excitedly.
Exactly! You so get me!
I love Zebedee. Zebedee
So,
is such
where
a
are you
good
going?
boy. You know what? With everything that's been happening since you got back, you almost lost the thread of that entirely. You need to get back to Alternia. That's for sure. You're trying to get to the Jade Caverns, if he knows where that is.
Not exactly. I mean, kind of, but...
Oh.
But I do know about a cave with a jade blood in it. At least generally where it is. At least. I can take you.
Yeah, maybe not perfect, but good enough for government work. Zebedee laughs at you. And you see how much of his old, easygoing self is still there.
What does that even mean?
You know what? You have no idea. Oh, I got lo-fi. I got the one. I forgot. I want that picture so badly. This is such a funny picture. Oh my god. Wait. No. I'm gonna crop it. It is just so funny. Yes. I'll save it there. Story beats. So we got that. So now we need this one. I need to get everyone on the revolution. And I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna do that in my own time. So, let's look at the gallery. I'm still missing 2 here. I don't know how. Oh, is it... Oh, I think I know. Yeah, this is the one you get for doing, stepping out for some airlock. That's when you accidentally get fucking... What? Tizia's sent out into space? These are probably the other space ones, if you keep dying. I don't know what that one is. That's probably another death one. This, I have no idea. And then... here's the cover. Coming this July. I don't know what these are, but underground artists, literally. Influencers don't die, they just rebrand bottom text. I love this person. I love them. I love them to fucking bits. Zebedee. They didn't even add his last name. Rebel pilot with a fast ship and a blaster by his side. He is cringe, but he is free of lineal caste-based oppression. Who's Han Solo? He is cringe, but he is free. I'm tweeting that. That is so funny. Quotes with I'm gonna post that in my friends. In this Discord. He is cringe, but he is free. No, hello? No. Tweet. I'm tweeting this live. Live tweeting in a different form. He is cringe, but he is cringe, comma, but he is free. I'm just putting that in quotes and not elaborating. That is the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in a video game, especially related to Homestuck. He is cringe, but he is free. Oh, and our daughters. Put the cast in the broadcast. Puts though, cast in broadcasting. Princess in a single tower. She who laughs last laughs. Shouldest. What the fuck is that word? Shajoldest. Shajoist. Shotoist. I don't know. There's this. There's probably a couple more death ones and the other, the revolution one, which I don't feel like getting right now. Oh yeah! This is a mystery best left unsolved. That's the bitch. That's the bitch. Ha. But Sarava is just... Sarava. Where's Malix? Where's Malix? They didn't make one for Malik! You whores! Studio June is terrible. Okay. Voice. Alex. Hoost is you. Alex v Internet. Unironically British. Unironically British. The person who voiced Tagora is also Doc? You fucker. You fucker. And then Kanye is fucking Bucky Grant. Man behind Carcat. all of this is very funny. Hot pink denial. Pixel fighter. Chill beats to friends sim 2. That's funny. And then venting in the vents. James Roach! Jojo Funk McLovin. These names are so good. Jojo Fuck. No. Jojo Funk, not Jojo Fuck. God damn. Wait, no. A close menu. MSP AR is dirty. Well, Noontide Quiet. I had to replay Hive Swap Friend Sim. The first one. I want to know what voice I gave. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm gonna open up YouTube. Because I made videos on them, didn't I? Fuck. Excuse me. I feel like I made videos on them. I'm gonna... This is also the end of the stream, but I just want to see something. Content. Lives. Switch up. Where's such a friend? Did I not? Did I just play it? I could have sworn. About this time, fucking, what, 2022, 21, 20, 19, 4 years ago, this time 4 years ago, I was trying to get all the achievements for Stardew Valley, and then they added more. And then they added more. Sons of bitches. I could have sworn. Nah, now I'm going too far. I'm at 2016. What the fuck? My first stream is January of 2016. And I'm so confused by it. Oh, that's right. I made a fanfic called Underboob. And it was shit. I wonder if this URL still works. Holy shit, it does. Wow. March. Posted January 3rd of 2016. And the only character... Okay. Way back in me old years, I wrote self-insert fan fiction, but not like, oh, I'm gonna date the characters. No, just, what if I was there? Just what if I was there and was just an absolute menace? What would happen? And I did that a lot. Hold on. I have a lot of old shit on here, and it sucks. It literally sucks. Everything I've written is absolutely horrible and sucks. I made a parody story based on like stupid drabbles. Do you remember drabbles? What is the definition of a drabble? Okay. A drabble story is a story of exactly 100 words. It is a short story. Oh, while all microfiction focus on brevity, an author is really challenged by the drabble. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I made drabbles, and they're really funny. I'm not gonna talk about the first one. It's called YouTube Drabbles, and it was like, shitty ones. And it's like very short. And it's based on how other people wrote for them. And I am, oh my god. It was me basically rating, Hold on. No. I'm showing you this because this is really funny. That's not what I wanted. This is really funny to me. Now, what's hilarious about this specific story? What's funny about this specific story is... What's fucking hilarious is that this actually happened. This actually this is real tweets. Real tweets. Real fucking tweets. Real fucking tweets that happened. Real tweets you could find on twitter.com back in 2014. And they were just also adding Keemstar, which I found fucking hilarious. Yeah, here are all the chapters. The first one is like legitimate. And it's like a good story. And it's stupid also. And then it's a parody. All of these are parodies of how people fucking post fan. I am not a fan of fan. Haha, see what I did there? Jesus is punny. What is this one? I don't even remember. We'll sing to all the readers. Oh yeah, I had to tell people. People didn't understand. Let's look at the reviews. Sucks. Fucking hell. It was funny the first fucking time, but now it's annoying. Get a new shtick. Wait, is this real? Yes, 10 minutes. Can you actually not? Do you feel better about yourself? Lol, troll. What is chapter 6? Wait, what is chapter 6? People thought this was me being real. Ah. Oh, 2014 me. Oh my god, 2014 me was so terrible. I was so bad. What other stories? What other stories do we have? Nope. That's Underboob. Looks like shit. Here's my profile. What's up, guys? It's me, Cheese Spree here with some fanfics, mostly about Italian Minecraft YouTubers. Remember to review, tell me if I'm awesome, or if I should fix anything in the stories, or if I suck in general. But in a funny way. If it's hurtful, if it's in a hurtful way, bye-bye. My mind in this was released in 2016. We don't talk about that. This, if anyone remembers MLG Haunt and Munching Potato, now they go under Sugar Pine 7, Steve, and Tasty Productions, I forget, but Tyler. They did a series where the series was literally called Steve and Tyler Go Do Something. And they just did something in Minecraft, and it was the most ridiculous series known to man. And so I did one where they fuck Benny. What? Excuse you? Did I delete this? Oh, no, there it is. This... it's all shit. This we don't talk about. This we don't talk about. Actually, this was a birthday present. This is shit. This, I don't even remember. Oh, nope, never mind. Goodbye.